Okay, so we're all hanging around the fire now. Got Paul checking out his iPhone, listening to some Michael Jackson. Johnny's tending the fire. And Josh is warming up. And another Paul's making the video. So anyway, you preppers, check this out. Here in South Central Alaska, PWS, Prince William Sound, this and Southeast Alaska are the two most livable areas in the state. Here it never really gets that cold. You're going to have some 0-degree nights or 5 below, but most of the time it's going to be like in the teens of the 20s, snowing, or in the low 30s, raining. And like I said in earlier videos, here in PWS and all these islands, there's people living out there. They don't leave much of a footprint. The forest rangers look for smoke, fire smoke. Then they go check it out to see if it's just someone camping out there or someone living. And once in a while they find people who are living out here. Just kind of left society and they have enough money in the bank and they buy stuff and they go to town and bring it out here and bury it and stockpile it. And they've just kind of dropped out of society.
Johnny's got the fire going now.
And it's easy to do here. Well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's a lot easier to do it here than other parts of Alaska where it's so cold, where you'll just freeze solid unless you've got a real source of heat. Out here, you got a wall tent, wood-fired heater in it. You can stay pretty warm. We've camped out here before in wall tents. Just get a real good one. Look at the fish just a-jumping. So anyway, the crew's standing around here on the fire, so let's go up and interview the crew. All right, you guys. So give me your take on living out here. Would you rather be on the train to the camp or out here living?
Out here living.
There you go. What about you, Josh?
Same.
Yeah, there you go. What about you, Johnny?
Same.
Yeah, exactly. Because see, out here you have a chance. When you're on the train to the camp, your fate is sealed. There's no James Bond escaping. Out here you can just disappear into these mountains and these woods. It would take an army to find you. And there's people that have lived here. There's people living out here that raise families out here. And you see them come into Cordova and Valdez once in a while. And they're definitely mountain people. Mountain folk. And they do some gold mining out here. There's some islands out here that have gold on them. Enough for one man to pan and sloosh. You know, if you don't have big payments to make and so forth. And whatever you find is good. That's usually how it works. You find more when you don't need it. Or really need it than you do when you're trying to make a payment or something. But there's definitely gold in some of the creeks here and some of the other islands. All you have to do is do a little bit of research and you can find it. Montague Island has gold on it, I'm certain. There used to be a gold mine over there, in fact. But anyway, this is pretty typical of Prince William Sound, PWS in South Central Alaska. Southeast Alaska looks a lot like this also. Mountains are bigger, steeper, and the timber is bigger because it's further south. But basically the climate is the same. But the same rocky outcroppings, rock everywhere. You get up in the interior of Alaska and it's not as rocky, but it's horribly cold. That's that 50 below stuff. That's hard to live in. Down here, a cold winter is, you know, in the teens. This bay never freezes because of the tidal action keeps it broke up, and plus because it's never cold enough to freeze that salt water. Might have some icebergs develop, but that's about it. But usually it's open water all winter. Might get some freezing along the shore, but not much. But then a warm front comes in and it all just melts. And rains and snows like crazy. But you know, a stealth person could set up a little camp over there and you never know they're there. Just build a clean fire so they don't see the smoke. Or build your fire on cloudy days or when it's raining. Okay, all you prepper and survivalist. That's your lesson for now. PWS, South Central Alaska. Looking north to the ice fields, Chugach ice fields.